right, this is assignment number 55. Put it on both the paper and the worksheet. And you're going to start working with 3 digits, and we are going to use place values today, or placeholders today. So let's go ahead and start with this number 9. I want you to use line paper today. You will not be able to do work on any of the problems on the worksheet at all. Again, put your name on the paper. All right, so we're going to write down the number 9. It is 1869 times 952. Okay, so get that written down, and this is for the problem number 9. Now these are getting bigger, they're getting longer. You need to make sure that you are doing this neat. And again, there's like an imaginary line over to the right that you should not go over. Your work needs to be very neat. Again, an imaginary line that's here, that you cannot have any numbers in that section at all. So when we start with the 2, our answer is going to start under the 2. You don't need to do this. When I start under the 5, my answer is going to start under the 5. When I start with the 9, my answer is going to start under the 9. So let's go ahead and start. And it's the same thing. 2 times 9, 2 times 6, 2 times 8, 2 times 1. 2 times 9 is what?
18.
18. And you can't not get this. You're 5th graders, you have to get multiplication times any amount of digits, and then we're going to go right into multiplication. Then we're going to do multiplication of decimals, so you have to get it. Then the next one, 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1 more, 13. And Ricardo, what are you doing? Okay. All right, so it is 13, carry this. Then 2 times 8 is,
16.
plus 1 more is 17. Then the 2 times 1
2.
plus 1 more
3.
is 3. And again, everything should be lined up. Now today, because there's so many numbers, we are going to put place values, because I saw somebody in the other class not aligning them correctly. So again, we're done with the 1s. Now we're going to put a placeholder in the 1s. Make sure you put that little line. Do not put a 0. And then we go over to the 10s. And then we're going to start 5 times each of those. And watch what I do with the ones I've already carried. I'm not going to have a big string of numbers here. We're going to go ahead and probably write over the 1s. So 5 times 9 is 45. So I'm going to put the 5. Carry the 4, and I'm just going to change that to a 4. Then, so 45. Then 5 times 6,
30.
plus 4 more,
34.
34 goes under the next number. And I'm carrying the 3, and I'm just changing that one. Okay. Then 5 times 8,
40.
plus 3 more,
43.
43. And I'm going to change it to a little 4. And then 5 times 1,
5.
plus 4 more,
9.
9. Then we're done with that row. Now, the thing that tells me that I'm not done is I've got 1, 2, 3 numbers. I should have 1, 2, 3 rows of multiplied numbers, except when we have a 0 in here, and we'll have 2 of those in just a moment. So I'm done with the 1s column. Put a placeholder. I'm done with the 10s column. Now I'm going to the hundreds, which is, you're right, it's a 9 in the hundreds, so it's going to start right here. So 9 times 9, we start over 9, 9, 9 times 6, 9 times 8, 9 times 1. So 9 times 9 is
81.
81, and that's getting a little bit too messy for me to change it. So, well, I guess I could, no, never mind. I just don't want like 3 digits going up. So that's 81. Then I go 9 times 6,
54.
54, and I'm taking 6 of those to make a 60, and I'd have 2 left over. It's going to be 62. Did you understand what I just did?
Yes.
9 times 6 is 54, plus 6 more makes 60, and I had 2 left over. So 62, and just change that. Then 5 times 8.
No, we're doing 9 times 8.
9, thank you. Okay. So I wonder if there's some way, I don't want to cross these out, but some way that I can maybe put a little check that I've already been there so I don't do it again. I don't know. So we'll have to figure out a little system there. So I did my 9 times 9 is 81. I did my 9 times 6, we got the 62. Then we're going 9 times 8, which is what?
72.
72, and 6 more?
78.
78. So put your 8 right next to here, and 7. And then 9 times what?
1.
9 times 1 plus 7 more.
16.
So 9 and 7 is 16. And we have no more room, so just put the whole thing here. All right. So now let's go ahead and add it up. 8 and nothing is 8. 5 and 3 is
8.
and this is going to be 7 and 4 is 11, 12. And I'm going to carry this little one here because that makes 3 plus 3 plus 3, which is what?
9.
Which is 9. And 8 and 8 is 16, plus 1 more is 17. Then 7, then 1. So we have all that. And if I'm going a little bit too fast, just say slow down in a little soft tone, because I want to make sure that I'm here, but you're way back up here, because you're missing a lot of steps if that's the case. So let's look for our answer. It looks like it is right here. So that is the letter U. We just did the 9, so put your answer 1779.
I can't see.
So 1779288, and it doesn't have to be lined up here. You're just putting your answer, and then everywhere you see a U at the bottom, everywhere you see a U, you're going to cross out the U's. I think there might be just one U. On some of the letters, there's 2 or 3 of them. All right. Then let's skip down to the 15. All right, so we're going to do 15. All right, on 15, it says, how many bytes is this? It says the letter K often stands for kilo, and kilo means 1,000. However, in computer terms, that K stands for 1024. If a computer has 255 of the Ks of memory, it has room for 256 times that 1024. Do you see where they're getting this? It's 256 because 1K would be 1024, 256 Ks would be 256 times that. So how many bytes is this? We just need to multiply those two numbers. So we're going to multiply those two numbers. Which one would go on top?
The bigger one.
The one with more digits. You are right. So put your 1024 times 256. And again, today, no work. Look at all of this work. There's no way that you're going to do it neatly on here. And I'm not even going to test you if you are. Everybody's just going to do it on the paper. So this is number 15. So again, we're going to go ahead and start. When I start with the 6, it goes under the 6. Are you ready? 6 times 4 is what?
24.
24. Carry the 2. 6 times 2 is
12.
plus how many more?
14.
So 2 more is 14. And carry my 1 so I can see 1, 4, 14. Then 6 times 0
0.
plus 1 more? 1. And again, keep it, don't put it right here. It should be scooted under this next group of numbers. And then 6 times 1,
6.
I'm going to put it right. I'm not going to put it in between here. It's going to go right under that last digit. Then we're done with the ones column. What should I put right here? We're going to put not a 0, a placeholder. Please don't make it look like 0. then. And here's why. Because when we start with this 5 now, our answer is going to go right under the 5, and then which we skip over the 4, and it's the first spot that we have. But what is 5 times 4?
20.
20, and carry a 2. We'll just use the same 2 that was up there. But here's why. Because I don't want 5 times 4 is not 200. That's why I don't want 2 zeros there. Placeholder, and this is the 0 from the 20. Then we're at 5. In fact, again, I'm going to put a little check that we're done with the 6. Don't cross it out, but I want to make sure that I don't accidentally go back to this. Then 5 times 4 is the 20. Then we go 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 more.
12.
So 12, carry the 1. There was already a 1, so that's good. And then 5 times 0
0.
plus 1
1.
is 1. Put it under the next number. And then 5 times 1
5.
is 5. And again, I'm going to put maybe a little tiny check so that when I'm multiplying and you've got so many numbers, I accidentally myself did it over here. I accidentally went back to here instead of doing the 2. So if you put maybe a little check saying, oh, you know, I can't make a mistake because I'm done with that one. So then I'm going to go ahead and go down to here. We're finished with the 1's place. Are we finished with the 10's place?
Yes.
Put a placeholder. And then that should leave us, when we start with the 2, it goes under the 2. And everything should be good. Then this one's going to be easy because there's nothing to carry. 2 times 4 is
8.
8. 2 times 2 is
4.
4. 2 times 0,
0.
0. 2 times 1,
2.
2. And we've multiplied everything. I've got 1, 2, 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3 rows, and let's just add them. So 4 and nothing is
4.
4. 4 and nothing is 4. What is this column? What is it? 11. 10 and one more is 11. And I just put it here just because. So 6 and 4 is 10. 11, 12. Carry the 1. Again, make sure when you're carrying, you're not putting a great big 1 there, because I didn't have 15,000 something. So your carrying should be a little diagonal. And so this is 5 and 1 is 6, and the last digit is 2. So let's look for, this should be coming right here, 262, 144. 262, 144. Looks like it's right here. Okay, so cross that out. That was the number 15. So we'll put that answer right here, 262, 144. And what letter was it? S. So everywhere we see an S, we're going to cross it out. So it looks like there were 4 S's. And what's left is going to be the answer to, and this is cute, how do clocks communicate? All right. All right, now we're going to work with 2 of them that have zeros. Okay, we're going to do the 10, and we're going to do the number 8.
So we're going to do this together?
Yes, because there's a special way to do those when you got a 0 down here. Okay, you're going to graduate to a better level of how you did it in the 4th grade. Did you have numbers this big in the 4th grade?
Yes.
Okay.
We had them bigger.
All right. All right, so let's go ahead and start this one. So this is going to be 8, 3, 7, 6 times 608. I'm going to leave some for you to do. We're going to do 2 of them, and there's going to be a couple left for you to do. All right, so the first number, we do the same. So we're starting here. So my number goes right under that. 8 times 6 is
48.
48. Carry. 8 times 7
56.
plus 1 more.
67.
What?
60. Wait, isn't it supposed
8 times?
It's
It's supposed to be a 48. Okay. So this times that is 48, but right here, this is 8 times 7 is 56 plus 4 more,
It's like
60. 8 times 7 is 56 plus 4 more is 60. Carry the 6. Then 8 times 3 is 24 plus 6 more, 30.
Wait, 8 times 3 is 21.
8 times 3 is 24 plus 6 is 30.
So why is it 8?
We're, okay, what question do you have?
8 times 3 is 24.
Yes, it is.
8 times 3 is 24. Okay. All right, so let's go on. Anyway, so we're at 8 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64 plus 3 more. 80. Hold on a second. 8 times 3, I haven't put anything yet, is 24 plus 6 is 30. Should be 30. So that is correct. Then 8 times 8 is 64 plus 3 more, 67. Now, we're done with the ones place. What should I put right here? No. A placeholder, but actually a little tiny check so we don't go back. Very, very tiny, so we don't go backwards. But now here's a special number right here. And I'm going to, please don't write this here. Do not write this. 608 80076. Some teachers will have you go 0 times 6 is 0, 0 times that is 0, 0 times that is 0, 0 times that is 0. I don't need to do that. I don't need to say that 4 or 5 times that 0 times anything is 0. What's 0 times anything?
0.
So put that 0. So when I do this number, it goes right under it. So again, placeholder, and this, I can tell this is a 0 from this. Once I know 0 times anything is 0, I'm going to go straight to my next number. And when I start that, it's going to go right here, right next to the 0 that we just had. So this is the exception. When I have 3 digits, I'm only going to have 2 rows because of that 0. So, and we'll do another one so you can understand a little bit better. So again, 0 times anything is 0. I'm done with that. And then we start with this next one. And it starts right here under the 6. So 6 times 6 is what?
36.
36, and I'll try to make that a 3. Then 6 times 7,
42.
42 plus 3 more,
45.
45.
Isn't it 44?
It's 45.
It's 45. Okay. Then 6 times 3 is 18. And sometimes if you just want to tap 4 times, so it's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 22. And then, are we ready? 6 times 8 is 48, plus 2 more is 50. All right. Then 8 and 0 is
0. Oh, sorry.
0 and 0 is
0.
0 and 6.
6. 8.
Okay, but remember it's because of that 0. Okay. All right. But good question. All right. Then where am I at? So 5 and 5 is 10 plus 2 more is 12. And then this one is going to be 6 and 3 is 9, 0, 5. So we start here, 3 over. All right.
The second one.
Oh, so way up here. Okay. So it's way up here. And that was your number 8. So let's put that big answer down there. 5092 608. Okay. Then the other one that we're going to do is,
Don't forget to cross out at the bottom.
oh yeah, what letter are we crossing out? The letter D, so 1 and 2. Then the other one with the 0 that we're going to do is this number 10. right, so we're going to do the number 10, which is 7004 times 704. Again, normally we would have 3 rows of multiplied numbers, but we won't this time because of the what? Because of that 0. So that's going to be combined with another row. So let's start with the 4. Yeah, tell me to wait. Got it, Valerie? Okay, so 4 times 4 is?
16.
So 6 carrier 1. And then 4 times 0?
0.
Plus 1?
1.
1. Then we go to that other 0, 4 times 0.
0.
So again, make it nice and neat, straight down. And then we're at the 7. 4 times 7.
28.
And there's nothing left to carry, so have that 8 basically directly under that 7. Okay. Are we done with the ones place?
Yes.
So now if I'm done with the ones place, what am I going to put right here? Put a placeholder. Then my next number, when I start it, it will go right here. Well, that next number happens to be a 0. What's 0 times anything?
0.
We are done with that 0. Okay. Then, when we're done with that 0, then we go to the next one. We're going to this 7. And it's going to go right under the 7 where we have space, which is right here. Which it should end up right next to that 0. And then we can start again. So 7 times 4,
28.
28, carry your 2, and I'm going to sort of change that 1 into a 2. 7 times 0,
0.
plus 2 more.
2.
Is everybody there?
Yes.
All right, then we just finished this one. 7 times 0 is
0.
0, and then 7 times 7.
49. Check on your 4.
Yeah, I should have done that way back in the beginning. Okay, all right, then let's go ahead and add that up. That's going to be 10. Okay, do you see that number anywhere?
P.
Yes, right here. So I'm going to put it with the commas because that's so big we need our commas right on the number 10, which is 4930816, and we're crossing off the letter P's. There's 1. There's just 1. Alrighty. Then we're going to go to some special ones that I think we sort of know how to do, but let's just get them out of the way. So the number 11, is there a shortcut way that, again, you always have to do parentheses first. Who knows what numbers I would multiply first?
384. Oh, 3 times 2.
300 or 308 times 2?
308 times.
There you go. So let's do the 308 times 2. 308 times 2. So again, let's make that easy for us. That's going to be what, 16? 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is?
1.
2 times 3 is 6. But did we really have just 2?
No.
We had what? We had 2. Well, put it. Isn't it 2 100? Don't be bad. Okay. Then just bring those zeros down. Okay. And then we've got to add whatever we get when we do that second parentheses.
38 times 3.
38 times 3. Very good. So it's going to be 38 times 3. So that's going to be 3 times 8 is
24.
24. 3 times 3 is 9. 10, 11. But we really didn't have just 3. We had 300. So what am I going to do to those 2 zeros? Tack them on. And then the final step is to add those 2 numbers up. So it's going to be 61600. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same amount of digits. And then you go ahead and add them up.
It's W, but they removed the 1 and 0.
Hold on a second. Yeah, thank you for correcting that. 73. Yeah, our answer should be this. The comma should be after the 3, and that's the same thing here, except they did a typo. It is this answer. It's that one right there. All right. It's the letter W. So let's put our answer, 73,000. So the one right below it, you can do later. It is just like one we just did. The last one that oh no, there's 2 more that I want to do with you. Okay. Yeah, we have to, and I didn't cross it out. W, is there just one? Yeah. Alrighty. So the last big problem that we're going to do is, how many dots is this all together? A screen, ignore all that. A screen has a bunch of dots. A screen with a diagonal measure of 12. This is a diagonal. By the way, when they tell you a 12-inch TV, that's how they measure it, diagonally. If they say 55-inch TV, the 55 inches come from not across, not its height, it's the diagonal. 65-inch TV, it's the diagonal. But anyway, it says and that's just a size. That's not the number of dots. It has 200 rows of dots with 320 in each row. So here's a row of 320. Here's a row of 320. Here's a row of 320. How many rows of 320 are there? No, you don't have to do this.
200.
There's 200. Can I add, listen carefully, can I add rows and dots?
No.
Never, never, never. So I know I can't add that. I cannot subtract. How do you think I get a total of 200 rows of the same thing? Yes, ma'am. Multiply.
320 times 2.
So 320. I'm going to put it like this first, and then let's get it set up. But you're right. Do I need to multiply with that 200?
No.
No. So 320 times 2. So this, we're just doubling 320, so that's going to be 2 times 2 is 4. All right. Then, that really wasn't just a 2. It was a 200. So the answer should be 64,000 little tiny dots. Where is it? No, right here. All right. Then 64. And it was what letter? The letter E. So cross off all your E's. 1, 2. Okay, awesome. And then last one, we're going to wrap it up, and then you're going to have only, girls and boys, you will have only 8 problems left to do. Let's finish the number 12. Who knows what 2 numbers I should multiply together first? Gally, what?
50 and 50.
Nope.
50 and 52.
Nope.
52 and 51?
The first 2, yeah. Let's get the ones with zeros you should save for last. You could, but let's save the ones for 0 for last. So let's do the 52, and I would put 51 on bottom because 1 is easier to work with.
What number is this?
This is number 12. So 1 times anything is that same number, so it's 52. And I've messed up here already. Bad teacher. That should be on the line, and it's not. So I'll fix it up on this next one. So I'm done with the ones. What should I put right here? Placeholder.
Do we have to put a placeholder?
Yes, I want today. I want you to put a placeholder.
And then we put a 2 or every
Okay,
single one?
hold on.
Yes.
Okay, girls. So we're done with the ones. Now we're going to go over to the 5, and when we start that, then it should start under that 5, just to the left of that placeholder. So here we go. 5 times 2 is 10.
Yes.
And 5 times 5 is
25.
plus 1 more
26.
26. And this is really important. This 0 I know came from when we multiplied by that 5. It was not 2,600 because that I know is a placeholder. So yours should look like this. And then 2 numbers other than a 0. We should have 2 lines. And let's add that up. Okay. But are we done?
Same thing we had.
But
Yes.
no, we multiplied the 52 and the 51, but we still have to multiply by what?
50.
By 50. So we need to take the answer that we just got.
Can we just multiply by 5?
That's what we're going to do. Times 5. And then let's multiply that. 25 times, 5 times 5 is?
25.
Plus one more.
6.
5 times 6.
30.
Plus 2 more.
32.
5 times 2.
10.
Plus 3 more.
15.
Okay. But then, did we really just have 5?
No, we have to
So put your 50 right here. And what am I going to do with that 0?
add a 0 down.
Bring it down. So we should have gotten 132,600. And I think it's right up here.
Oh.
So we can put our answer. Okay. Alrighty, and then we're crossing out all the O's. 1, 2. I only see 2. Alright, so your job, girls and boys, I am done. Here's 2 problems right here, the 4 and the 6 that have a 0 in the center, which are just like the problems that we did with the 0 in the center. So be real careful with those. Again, you're going to have one less row. So at this time, you may begin. Every single problem needs to be done on the line paper. If you need to get another sheet, you may walk over there and get another sheet of paper because mine is almost all used up. So at this time, I am going to end this. Have a